Hey guys, it's Diana. So in today's video, I am going to be doing a Q&A video for you guys. Long awaited, I'm sorry, but it's up. So before I get started, if you guys haven't subscribed to me yet, go ahead and click that little button down below so you guys can get updates on my life. I do daily vlogs, hauls, I do lookbooks, all the above. And also don't forget to follow me on Instagram, which is DianaFVMore. Also follow me on Twitter and Snapchat where you can get up-to-date news, daily news on my life if you guys are interested. If not, why are you here? I'm just kidding. But yeah, let's just go ahead and get started with this video. So the real Crystal _ asked, what race are you? P.S. I love you. Heart emoji. I love you too, girl. Thanks for the love. I am actually 50% Filipino from my mother's side and then a European mix from my father's side. He's like the typical European mix, English, Irish, French, German, all of that. So I'm pretty much a mutt, but 50% Filipino and 50% European white. BKP _ 20 said, how can you be always so positive? Is there something you do specifically to keep your mind positive? Also, how do you deal with people who say bad things to you? How do you manage to ignore them and be happy? That's a loaded question, but I'm very happy to respond to this because it's actually a question that is asked more frequently than it should be, because I think it's something that people should just feel naturally. I'm not gonna sit here and say that I'm a perfect person because there are times where things really do get me down. Like just recently, honestly, I kind of went through a little slump. I get in these moods where I go into this cave that I build for myself, not literally, but I just get so wrapped up in my emotions that I kind of block everything out, which isn't that great. So I wanted to start off by saying that I am not perfect and that sometimes I even kind of get lost in my feelings. But one of the things that I have learned is that we are the ones who control how we feel. And I've always said this, you can actually watch my video on how to be happy. And one of the things that I like to do is daily affirmations. A lot of people expect other people to tell them that they're beautiful, that they're amazing, that they're a great person, what have you. But one thing that we don't really do as often is give ourselves those affirmations. So what I like to do is just go in front of my mirror, you know, in the morning or before I go to bed, and I just tell myself what I did in that day that makes me such a great person, what I have done in my life, what I have overcome, tell myself that I'm beautiful and all of that, and in no way is it conceited. It's just a way to make yourself feel better. It's kind of like the law of attraction, and there's not only the law of attraction, there's also the law of action. It's the way that you go about things, the way that you interpret things, perceive things. If you're gonna go on throughout your day and say like, oh my gosh, I'm so sad today, nobody likes me, I'm so alone, which I do sometimes, then that's the feeling that you're gonna get, and you're gonna get stuck there. So what you literally have to do is be a magnet for positive energy, be a magnet for positive things, and all of those things will come to you. So I hope that answered you. And then how I block out the haters, honestly, things upset people because they allow it. It's exactly like what I'm saying about bringing positivity to you. If you focus on a negative thing that someone says, of course that's gonna affect you. So all you have to do is just ignore it. MimiYo112 said, are you dating someone at the moment? Yes, I am. I have a boyfriend. His name is Alden and we good, you know? I just this time don't want to like broadcast anything because I've learned over the years that it's nice to have a personal life and not to share a few things. He's an amazing, amazing guy. Probably the greatest guy that I've ever dated so far, which is crazy because it's so soon, but as y'all know my track record, no. Jessica Meska asked me a bunch of questions, but I'm just gonna choose one, and she says, do you believe in psychics or the paranormal? I have never experienced a paranormal activity, I guess. I don't know. I think, oh shit, did I mess it up? I'm sure it happens. I'm sure there are things that happen. I feel like the person has to be open up to it. So someone like me who's just so oblivious to it and who doesn't really, you know, pay it any mind, I doubt anything would happen to me. But there is a story that I have. I don't think it has anything to do with like paranormal activities or, what did you say, psychics or anything. So this is probably just off topic, but now I really want to tell this story. So I once thought that I was abducted. And this is gonna sound very, very strange for some people, but it was really terrifying for me, and I honestly thought that I was taken by aliens. This is is gonna be such a strange story to say. I watched The Fourth Kind with an ex a long time ago when it first came out because I watched it in theaters, so I'm not too sure what year that was, and I was terrified. If you watch one of my first few videos, you could see that I explained to you guys in one of my outfit of the days for some strange reason that I was terrified of aliens. Hi guys, this is Diana. So I just wanted to say a little thing before I do this outfit of the day video. I watched Battle Los Angeles, and oh my gosh, I have this like deathly fear of aliens ever since I watched Independence Day and Fourth Kind. And oh, sweet baby Jesus, I cried probably for the first hour, non-stop. I was just crying and I really wanted to leave the theater because I got really scared. I'm not like that anymore. I'm more accepting of it now. But back in the day, if I were to watch a movie about aliens, I would honestly cry the whole way through. And it all started with Independence Day, which sounds so stupid. When they're in the lab and there's like an explosion or something happens and that alien grabs the doctor and like just kills him, that was seriously a terrifying moment for me. So I watched Fourth Kind and I come home. In my room, I had Christmas lights around the top of my ceiling. I didn't have white ones like they normally are. I actually had this blue color. I lay down and I fall asleep, and I feel like I was only asleep for about like 15-20 minutes when I wake up, and my vision is just kind of weird. Like, I don't know what's happening. It's kind of like when you move your hands in front of your face, and I was looking around and the lights that were in my room kind of made it look like I was in like a white room, or like it was very strange. Like, it just seemed like I was in a different room. But another thing that I noticed was that I could not move. And I was terrified to death. I just didn't know what was happening. I literally felt like there was all this weight on my chest and I was just like stuck to the bed. And then all of a sudden I started seeing these like shadows. So imagine with the blue lights in the background and then these like shadowy figures moving over me. I seriously thought that I was on a hospital table or something, and that these alien creatures kidnapped me and I was in their spacecrafts. The blue lights, I felt like my whole body was numb, so I assumed that they were doing things to me. And I just closed my eyes and I prayed, and I was just like, oh my God, like, what the fuck? Help me the fuck out. And all of a sudden it was gone. Like, I got up, I felt like I broke through a barrier, and I sat up in my bed, and I started like breathing very heavily, and I had no idea what was going on. I actually went on the internet, and this is something that I do a lot. If you're my friend, you know this, but I Google everything. Google that shit, and I found out that there's something called sleep paralysis, where, correct me if I'm wrong, that when you are sleeping, a drug is produced that kind of paralyzes your body so you don't run around and move all crazy if you're doing that in your dream. So if it produces too much and then you end up waking up, you're still like paralyzed and you still can't move. Also, since you're still like on that drug, that you're still sleeping in a way, so you imagine things and see things even though you're in the same element, because you can still see that things are just different and you're like hallucinating basically. So that's a weird long story that like took up most of this video, but that is something that I have gone through before that has terrified me, and I seriously thought that I was abducted. I don't know what that has to do with paranormal or psychics, but that just came to mind. So yeah. Veronica DGT said, which country do you want to visit? P.S. Come to Brazil. Oh my gosh, I would love to go to Brazil. But right now, the main country that I would love to visit, I think I talked about this in one of my Q&As already. This was a question that's been asked. But my top one place, India! I sponsor a child from India, and her name is Nazni, and I think that would just be so beautiful to see her and meet her in person and hold her like a little baby, even though she's not a baby, she's like 5 or 6 years old, but... Allison Emery said, do you plan on getting more tattoos and piercings? Hashtag OG subscriber. What's up, girl? I will never stop getting tattoos and piercings. The last one I got was my stomach tattoo, which is actually still not done. It hurt like a mother. But it is definitely something that I want to get finished. It's been maybe 2 or 3 years. I've been wanting to finish up my half sleeve though, because all I have is this guy right here, and then all of this empty space. So I would really like to finish that up. Once I finish that up, I think I would be done. Sincerely, Vess said, do you still work? If so, where? I work right here. Alright, last question. Mia.x asked, are you still doing your radio broadcast? Because a sister from Michigan is trying to tune in. Know what I'm saying? Yeah, girl. Lynette and I have been really busy recently, so we really haven't been able to get in contact with the people that we're supposed to be working with, but I guess I will soon. I don't know. I have just been kind of wrapped up in my own life. That has been something that's kind of been put on the back burner, but it's still something that I'm very interested in and that we would like to do because we already put a lot of work into it, so I will keep you guys updated. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm so sorry it took so long for me to put it up, but it is up. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye! Oh, still one more time. Bye!